Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are well. So this is going to be a step-by-step guide in helping you know how to purchase FIERO. Okay, so first things first, if you're quite new, what you want to do is click on the login button, and then at the bottom you can see sign up, and then on the sign up page, all you have to do is just register your details. So as simple as it shows on the screen: first name, last name, email address, you have phone number, city, address, and zip code, and so on and so forth. Now, for those that are in the business, this will be where you enter your referral name, and you also enter your referral ID. Okay, so if you are being referred to this platform, in order to purchase FIERO, ask the person who's invited you onto this platform to give you their name and their business ID. Now, if you are acquiring yourself as a customer, then just put your own name and put your own business ID. Now, once that's done, all you want to now do is just verify yourself. An email will be sent to you where you have to enter a one-time password. All you have to do is then enter those details, and then you're now able to log in. Now, once you're logged in, what you want to do is then scroll down, then head over to where it says ICO launch. Click on buy now, and then on here, you're going to be given two different options between select coin, and you also enter the amounts that you want to purchase. Now, when it says select coin, all this just simply means is the channel between the platform that you're going to be sending the money from over to FIERO. Now, in most cases, I always recommend just use USD TRC20. It's very important that you select the right one because there are other USDT, but you want to select the one that says USD TRC20. Okay, so it's the third one on the list. And then what you want to do is then enter the amounts that you want to purchase. So let's just say £200 is what I'm entering in this case. I would then click on pay. Now on the next page, very simple. You would then be able to select volume in terms of how long you want to keep the volume for those that are in the business. Let's just click on 1 month and then click on checkout. Now on the checkout page is where you see the total sum of what you're going to be sending in order to purchase that amount of FIERO. So it's going to give you the accurate amount of USDT that you need to send over that will allow you to purchase £200 or $200 or €200 worth of FIERO. Okay, so in this case, as you guys can see, it says amount you need to pay is 261.7. What you want to do is just round it up, so 262. So 262 USDT is what you need in order to then purchase $200, pounds, or euros worth of FIERO. Okay, now the most important thing on this page is the address. Where you see wallet address, you're going to click on that, and then you're going to be able to then copy that wallet address, which means when you go over to your crypto platform, you're going to be sending your USDT from that platform over to the address that you have now been provided here. All right, so once you've done this page, that is all that you need to do. Now the next step is now carried over onto the Kraken app, which is where you're going to be sending the USDT from. Now, just to explain everything that you've done so far, in order to purchase FIERO, you have to use the currency USDT. USDT is just cryptocurrency, but that's what you're going to use to purchase the FIERO. Now, in order to do that, that means that we need to convert, whether that be your dollars, euros, or pounds, we need to convert it into USDT and then take that USDT to then purchase the FIERO. The way that you purchase FIERO is by using crypto, which is the USDT, okay, which is a crypto format of purchasing, purchasing the FIERO. Now, in this case, what we want to do is then we want to click on the middle button on Kraken, okay? And then what we want to do is click on deposit. Now, I know it makes sense to click buy, but please don't make the mistake of clicking buy. We're going to click deposit. We want to deposit onto our Kraken app. So we click on deposit, and then we're going to select the currency that we're depositing as. So in this case, I'll use the example using pounds, okay? And then what you want to do is click on link bank accounts. All right, now the reason why I didn't do buy, because when you purchase, it takes up to 3 to 5 working days for it to deposit onto your platform. In order to avoid that, you can just deposit, okay, just using your currency method, deposit onto the platform. Click on link bank accounts. And once you click on this, then you can then enter your bank name. Okay, so depending on who you're actually banking with, Lloyd's. Okay, so as you can see, it gives you the different options: Lloyd's Business, Commercial, or Personal. So depending on where you're making that transfer from. So let's just click Lloyd's Personal. Then what you want to do is then enter the amount. Now, before you enter the amount, this is very important. Let's go back to the main page. You need to know how much USDT you need to purchase with also transaction fee. So when you use the platform, there's a transaction fee. So you need to know and have a summary of how much that you need to purchase before you make the deposit. So if we click on that middle button again, this time we're going to click on buy, but we're only clicking on buy just so that we can check. Okay, so we need to click on USDT Tether, the third one. We click on that, and then you guys can see it shows you how much in pounds. If I click the little corner where it says USDT, I can also switch it to how much USDT. Now, if you guys remember, it was 262 USDT that the platform is requesting. If we click that button again where it says GBP, that will turn back. And now we now know how much in pounds we now need to send in total to purchase £200 worth of FIERO. Okay. Now, you click on the next page, but we're not going all the way. Okay, and the reason why we're not going all the way, we just want to check the transaction fee, how much they're going to charge us. So we can see that it says for us to make that transaction, it's going to charge us, the fees is an extra £10.92. Once it takes the transaction fee, we're not going to have enough to make that transaction. So that means now we need to add an extra £10 on top of the transaction in itself. So all in all, we need £216. If we round it up, let's just say £220 is what we need to send in total. This includes making a transfer, and this also includes any transaction fees as well. Now, if you guys can see at the bottom, the reason why we're not doing it this format, you can see once you click I understand, I won't be able to withdraw this purchase for 72 hours. So that means if you were to buy, you can't make the purchase through your platform for at least after 72 hours before you can make any form of transaction. So that's why we're going to do the deposits method when it comes to this. So if we go back, now that we know the total is 220, we're going to now click that button again at the bottom, click deposit, click our pounds, link bank, select the bank that we want, click on that, and now we enter the total amounts that we need. Click on review, and you can see now £220 will be sent over to my Kraken. Okay, now once the money appears onto your platform, that part is now done. Now it might take at least, let's say, anything between 5 to 15 minutes. So if you don't see it appear straight away, that's completely fine. Once the transaction has been approved, you should see that reflects on your portfolio value on your Kraken. Okay, now once the amounts now shows on there, you go over again to the middle, you click on convert. Okay, so remember, my money is now in pounds. I want to convert it to USDT. Why? Because to purchase FIERO, we have to use the currency USDT. So now that I have my total amount, I click 220. That's going to convert to USDT. And as you guys can see, it's going to give me a total of 271. So even though once I've purchased the final process and it's charged me for the transaction fee, I will still have enough to make the transfer to purchase my FIERO. Okay, so once I've converted, click on review. I can't do it now because I don't have the right amount, but based on the example, click on review, the transaction is done. I go back, and then the final part is basically this. I want to now withdraw from here. Okay, I'll click on Tether USDT. I'll click on this. I will come over to this page. I will then click on USDT, type in the amount that I want to send over, which will be a total of 220, because that's going to include the transaction fee as well. Now, once I've clicked on that, you can see it says withdraw to, add new address. I'm going to click on that. This is very important that you make sure that you click the right stuff. Okay, so if you remember on your FIERO platform, we chose the channel that we wanted to send it through, and I mentioned USDT TRC20. Okay, so it has to match. In this case, all that simply means, it means Tron. So TRC means Tron, which is the second one on the list. We click on Tron. Okay, once we click on Tron, then I am going to go and take the address. Take the address, so wallet address. I click on this. Once that has been copied, I go over to my Kraken, paste it in there. Very important. Once that's been pasted, I click on next. You can add a description if you want. FIERO. Click on next. and then save and continue. Once the process is done in regards to you verifying it via your email, make sure that you've typed in again the right amount, the USDT that you're transferring, okay? And where it says withdraw to, you click on that and then you select, make sure it's correct, all right? Make sure it's the same address that you've copied and pasted, and make sure that it has the description that you've placed in. Once that's done, click on review. Once you clicked on review, very simple. The rest is then just you confirming, and then once you've confirmed, that is completely done. Okay, so that's how you send over USDT over to your FIERO, and then once that's done, your platform on FIERO should be able to update within the next 24 to 48 hours. If there's any questions, get back to the person that showed you this video, and they can assist you with any further help. All right. So this is very important. I want to make sure that this is very clear to everyone, especially if you are somebody making multiple transactions or making multiple purchases of FIERO or whatever you're using your platform for. As you know that when you're making the withdrawal, you always need an address to then withdraw and send the money to you. So whenever you're making the next withdrawal, it already automatically has your previous address that you've inserted. Okay, so let's say I've already made one withdrawal and I've sent that money to that particular address. Now, if I'm going to make another one using another address in this case, it's very important that you come to where it says withdraw to, click the drop down, and make sure you add new address. In fact, you can delete the previous one if you don't need it anymore. Okay, and then click on add new address, then click on Tron, then enter the new address. This is very important because you can make the mistake thinking that the address is already inserted by then sending the next withdrawal to the same previous address, and that might not be your intention. Okay, so just to make sure that you don't fall under that mistake, always double check the address before you get to the end page. Okay, so you get to the withdrawal page, just make sure that on this page you're always adding to new address based on where you're making that transaction to. Okay, so I hope this helps. This is just additional information that everyone needs to know in order to not make any mistakes with making your purchases. Okay, take care everyone.